Time for another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. Okay, so we're doing something special today as we have a conversation with the folks at the AIM Institute because the Heartland Developers Conference is coming up at the end of August and 1st of October. So AIM CEO Dala Alfonso and also Development Director for Iowa, Jayme Bush, on the show. And what we have done is, you of course know that we have two shows here. We have this show, Local Roots, and also we have the morning coffee show. And if you haven't watched the morning coffee show yet, please go back and watch that because the first half of the interview is on that show and we're bringing you the second half of the interview here. There's a reason why we're doing this because, you know, I feel that we have different audiences for the two shows, but this is such an important event. And there could be some young people that either hear it or maybe you know of them that would really like to be at this Heartland Developers Conference. So that's why we wanted to do it this way to help spread the word as much as we can. So the second half of our interview with Dala Alfonso and Jayme Bush is coming up very, very shortly. If you're looking for all natural health solutions in Southwest Iowa, visit Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market in Council Bluffs, serving the community since 1997. Shop a wide selection of vitamins, supplements, essential oils, herbal remedies, staffed with over 37 years of experience. Bambi's Green Acres Natural Market will help you reach your health goals. Find them at 805 South Main Street in Council Bluffs. So the next time you're in Council Bluffs, be sure to stop by Bambi's. Tell her that you heard about it right here on the Local Roots Show. And trust me, when you stop in and visit with Bambi, you're going to have a new friend. Bambi's Green Acres, putting health in your hands. Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance is your local insurance provider for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs. 4 convenient locations. They're in Trainer, Council Bluffs, Bellevue, and Elkhorn. They are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. All right. Now, here is part 2 of our interview with AIM Institute President and CEO Dala Alfonso and also Development Director for Iowa, Jayme Bush. Well, and you mentioned when we were talking Infotech and about the team that helped put it together. There's so many pieces that are involved with this besides who are you scheduling to come in to speak, whether it's the keynote or one of the breakout sessions or the panelists or who have you, that there's a lot more moving parts to something like this than that. All of this is required to make it a success.
Yes, absolutely. So think about this. In the past, we've had anywhere from 700 to 1,200 or more people and it's a 2-day event. It's not just one day. Now, one of the advantages as to why we thought the Mid-American Center makes sense was because of its layout. It allows us to be able to have plenty of room to be able to have the different breakout sessions, to be able to allow people to navigate, being able to move from one session to the other, and still be able to have things like, because parking is important. Think about something as little as that. Parking is important. Accessibility is important. We want people to be able to feel connected to the events, to be able to network and be able to do all the cool stuff that they need to do. And we feel that this is an ideal location for us to do that, in addition to seeking the right talent, connecting the right people. But it's also critical to folks to understand that it's not just about the development space. It's all about talent and technology workforce development, which means we would love to connect with the community, in the forms of sponsorships. Hey, you might be in real estate, but there might be somebody looking for a house in Iowa. Maybe they might have your kiosk or your booth where they can come connect with you. You might be in insurance. Just because it's a developers conference does not mean that all we do there is development. We still have to live. We have families, we have lives, we have things that we need to do. So all of that piece comes together. So I think it's still important to look at this holistically as a whole.
That's a really good point that you brought up, that there are a lot of industries that could benefit from something like this.
Oh, absolutely.
And I never, real estate was not one that I even considered, but as soon as you said it, that definitely makes sense. You'll have people coming in from out of town for this, from further away than Omaha. So, and you are a wonderful ambassador for our area Dala. You always talk about whether it be in Omaha or in Council Bluffs or what have you. You know that Silicon Prairie is not something that I'd heard a lot before you and I met and began to talk, but it's something that I know that it's in your lexicon and you're passionate about.
Yes, sir. Well, the Silicon Prairie is not Omaha. When AIM was founded, it had a broad vision. The vision was to serve as a catalyst that will elevates technology talent in the Silicon Prairie, right? So we're talking Iowa, we're talking Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, parts of South Dakota, parts of Minneapolis, parts of Chicago. All that is an entire ecosystem. And next year, AIM is going to be 35 years. So in 35 years, we've only been able to reach so far. Think about how expansive the need is, and the need is continuing to grow. Between Nebraska and Iowa alone, there are over 30,000, 30 with three additional zeros at the end, technology, IT centric jobs that go unfilled year after year. Now, with the advent of AI, yes, some jobs are evolving and changing, but the demand keeps growing. How are we going to bridge that gap if we don't become innovative, if we don't become creative about how we develop tech talent? So, yes, at AIM, we're doing so many things like introducing online and digital training platforms that will be rolling out very soon. We are pretty much revising our entire program. There are three things we're focused on: quality, speed, and focus on all the things that we do to consolidate it in a way that we can be able to get the right people in the right seats doing the right job. So while we're working on all of this, we want partners. We want everybody to get involved. We want us to roll our sleeves and be a part of it. And the HDC is one good way of actually connecting the dots. So yes, you might be in real estate. You might be a developer in that side. You might be a developer for a nonprofit or a for-profit business. You might be in insurance. You might be in part of a startup, or you know what? You might even be in agriculture. It doesn't matter what you're in. Technology is a wrapper that makes business move forward. So you do have a piece of the puzzle here that you can leverage. And hey, how often do you have 1,200 people show up at your doorstep for you to be able to build relationships at? Well,
Yeah.
AIM is making that happen. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, very true. Anytime that you can get in a room with a lot of people, you never know where they're at in life and what it is that they might be looking for, and also what you might pick up while you're there. I mean,
Absolutely.
it wasn't that long ago that to even think that we would have like an AI department inside of a business. But that's something now. We have to have people that understand how to navigate AI
Hmm.
and some of the different
Hmm.
things, because I can tell you sometimes if I'm working with a chat GPT, it feels like I'm arguing with a teenager because I'm not. What I've learned is I don't communicate well because it doesn't have any preconceived notions about what I may or may not want. So I have to tell
Hmm.
it. And if I
Yep.
don't tell it effectively, then it just goes off the rails. And I've seen that happen. And that's a new area that businesses have had to get into and get
Yeah.
skilled people in it that can handle that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we've really focused on this year has been developing what we call demystifying artificial intelligence for people to understand what it is. Don't be scared of it. You know, we often talk about facing our fears. Definitely something worth having conversations about. And then, of course, not only just for people who are, you know, concerned or curious about it, but also those who are even in the technology space. Artificial intelligence is changing and evolving every aspect of what we do. I was in a meeting just last week and I was talking to a leader here, and he said, you know what, even our executives who make decisions about the strategic direction of our organizations need to get some education around what this is, not only demystifying technology but demystifying AI as a component of technology. So there's a lot of things that are happening here that I think will be of advantage. But the HDC, like I said, is a developers conference for developers by developers. There we talk stuff that goes around let's just say it's gonna go past the heads of a lot of people, and don't feel bad about it because when because when you all talk about a whole bunch of other things, we are clueless. And I am somebody who understands what it means to stay on my own lane. So excited about this and looking forward to having everyone join us at the HDC. This
Well,
it's
let's
gonna be
talk
awesome. It's
about.
gonna be
Let,
amazing.
we know where it's going to be at the Mid America Center. When? How do people find out more information? How do they get tickets? How do they learn about sponsorship? All of that.
Jamie, you want to take that?
Sure. So it is September 30th and October 1st, Tuesday, Wednesday, again at the Mid America Center. Currently, through the end of the month, tickets are on an early bird special for $349. So go get those before the 31st. And you can go to hdc.aiminstitute.org. Or you can just go to aiminstitute.org and find our conferences. And yeah, it's both days. You don't have to come both days. We'd love to have you both days. And then there's also we haven't quite decided the name, but a tech mixer type thing after the first night. Either we're deciding if we're gonna stay at the Mid America Center. It seems like everything kind of always moves over to full fledged. So um, Todd, any most
Yeah,
of the events you kind of move over to full fledged. So most
you're
likely,
welcome. Yeah, you're welcome for the free plug, Bessie. We're glad to
yeah,
help you out.
right,
It's
right.
it, it's like it's gonna be an HDC that is full fledged. So
Yeah,
there you
There
go.
you
exactly.
go. Yes, yes. So, yep. And like I said, just early bird tickets now and sponsorships. You can reach out to me. I've been dropping, if you see flyers and things around Council Bluffs, I've been dropping them off everywhere this week and last. And we still have sponsorship availabilities. And also, I think one of the most important things I want to say too is if you can't maybe sponsor, like on one level, you can sponsor kids to go or students to go. College and high school, I think more college, but I know we do
Hmm.
some high school. So you can sponsor those kiddos too. And we'll take that so we can get as many as we can there.
That's a great point, Jamie. That for some of the young people, they struggle on the financial end of it, and so they need backers behind them to be able to make this possible. And that's some of the work that you've done over here already. That um, uh, helping out these young people and getting them into different programs. It's already happening in Council Bluffs, and I know that Dali had talked about being able to spread that out a little bit further. So
Yeah.
we're excited that this is coming and that you've decided to have it here in Council Bluffs. This is a really cool thing, and also tons for anybody coming in from out of town. There's hotels next to the Mac.
Yep.
There's restaurants next to the Mac. There's a big giant outdoor store next to the Mac. I'll tell you who it is once they pay me for a sponsorship. Uh, but there's
Yep.
yeah, it's a bustling area and there's a lot going
It
on there.
is. It is, and we took the time to make sure that all of those key logistics are catered to ensure that we'll have a very, very holistic experience, as it were. Big thank you, big shout out to Farm Credit Financial Services, who are our presenting sponsor for this event, because they, from the very onset, right from last year, said, "Hey, we're going to sponsor this next year," because they understand the value and they understand the partnership that we're having. So thank you to them. But again, to your point, Todd, this is a critical event. We're not just looking at it's not just all about what I get back, it's about the community. You know, there are a lot of kids who have a passion and interest for software development, but they don't have $500 to pay for a ticket to go to an event like this, because we're talking about the cream of the crop, top of the shelf type experiences. So this is not just giving back, it's about changing lives. All right. A ticket could send a kid to one event and everything, lunch is provided, breakfast is included, all of that good stuff for both days. What value is there to networking? I mean, think about how many lives could be changed through the process. And then, of course, we have most likely they're going to be companies and organizations, recruiters who are going to be out there looking for talent. So this is a win-win for everybody. So if you don't have maybe any desire to sponsor that event because you're not looking for, but hey, if you believe in the vision, be a part of it. Whatever is given to us, we are always looking to put that into sponsoring kids who are interested in taking programs like this. And there's always that opportunity, and we'll never turn it down.
Yeah, so many pieces go into this. I know in Council Bluffs, there's a lot of talk about keeping homegrown talent here, and also encouraging younger people to move back into the community. And what better way? I mean, what a great event. This is really key for the younger people. So, yeah, sponsoring some young folks could ultimately benefit your company by doing that. I can see the path very clearly on how to get there. Dala
Absolutely.
Alfonso, AIM President and CEO, Jayme Bush, Development Director for Iowa. Thank you so much once again. The Heartland Developers Conference coming up September 30th, October 1st at the Mid-America Center, and aiminstitute.org is the main website. If you go to hdc.aiminstitute.org, you can go directly to where you can get your tickets. Thank you so much. Grateful every time we get a chance to talk. And try to make it not so long next time, huh?
Hey,
It wasn't
Todd.
me this time.
Always always excited to be here. Thanks, Todd. Really appreciate your partnership. Looking forward to seeing you there as well. Thank you.
Again, that website, hdc.aiminstitute.org. That's the direct link to go and get your tickets. Do you or does someone you love need in-home care? Home Care Advocacy Network helps you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care across the region. Visit hcan.com/Southwest Iowa to learn more. And if you have a leak, a clogged drain, or if you're planning a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered. Fast, reliable service, expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. Visit them online at waldsteinplumbing.com. Huge thank you to Dala and Jayme and all of the folks at the AIM Institute for the hard work that they are putting in getting ready for the Heartland Developers Conference. And I'm looking forward to taking it in and being around a bunch of smart people. That's my idea for the day. Also, don't forget West Fair getting underway today, and a lot of the kids are showing their exhibits today. They'll be showing animals throughout the week. I'm going to be out there on Thursday to see my buddy Dan Olson with the band Sack of Lions perform, and just all kinds of fun going on at West Fair. So please get it on your calendar and get on out and take part in that. That's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.